Hi, welcome to Yin Yoga. I'm Steven. You're here for about an hour. Yin Yoga. Thought we'd start in an easy seated position. You don't necessarily need any props for this class, but if you have a blanket, some blocks, or a bolster, you could use them in these poses. Or not. But to begin, let's come into an easy cross-legged seated position. Your ankles placed one in front of the other. Loosening the shoulders. And the palms can be down the thighs to feel more grounded. Palms up together and more energy. Maybe bring the eyes to a close. Taking this moment to turn within. And as you begin to stop and turn within, you might notice everything that you brought with you this afternoon. Maybe plans for later. Memories earlier in the day. See if you can set those aside for the next hour. And slowly turn your attention to your breath. And just finding your natural inhale and your natural exhale. I'm not trying to change your breath in any way, but just witnessing it. Noticing the length of your inhale versus the length of your exhale. Noticing the rise and fall of the belly. Noticing if the breath has changed as you've begun to observe it. That's what it does, that's fine. If the mind wanders away from the breath, just gently bring it back. Back to your inhale and your exhale. And while you're here paying attention to your breath, seeing if you can expand your awareness to include your entire physical form. So just giving yourself a little bit of a body scan from the head to the toes. And noticing any sensations in the body. Noticing your sense of comfort or discomfort in the posture. Just noticing your energy level. And just noticing the feeling of your clothes and your skin, or skin's reaction to the temperature in the room. Letting the sensations in the body, along with the awareness of your breath, still staying aware of your breath. Just tying those two items together to help ground you and anchor you and keep you centered in your practice today. Just taking a moment here to set an intention for your practice, something you'd like to gain, something you'd like to let go of throughout your efforts and energy. And once your intention or dedication has been set, just bring the palms of the hands together to Anjali Mudra, the heart center. Just take a deep conscious inhale through the nose. And a deep exhale through the mouth. Inhaling deeply through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. Slowly opening your eyes. Welcome again. And I'm just going to come to butterfly pose. First of all, yin posture of the day. So you're welcome to use blocks here if you like. Again, you don't need to use any props at all. You can put blocks underneath the thighs. Soles of the feet together. And my legs are like a diamond shape. And you're just going to droop the head forward. Letting the spine sort of surrender to gravity. It's like the top of the head was the top of a pine tree and it had too much snow on it. And just slowly drifting forward. We'll hold each of these postures that we do today for about 5 minutes each. And once you're set up in the pose, you're just beginning to relax. Every fiber in the body. The longer you hold the pose, the more it might open up. You can always readjust. And then listening to the breath. Just recentering each pose, but checking in again with the breath. And checking in sensations in the body. You might discover another level of the pose. You can always readjust and then droop back into the pose. Seeking to activate the deep connected tissues of the body. Pranic and chi energy pathways, life force. And so the Yin Yoga is like a combination of meditation and acupuncture without the needles. We just park ourselves into the pose and let the posture do its work. we'll begin to deepen the breath. Take a deeper inhale and a deeper exhale. And slowly unfurling the spine. Just take a moment to check in. Feel the reverberation of the posture in the body before we move on to the next pose. The next posture is just dragonfly. Just a wide-legged forward fold. Your blocks, you're welcome to use again. I like to put a block underneath the knees. And I can just relax all the muscles in the legs. We'll find a good resting place for the hands. If you have a bolster, you could hug a bolster out like a teddy bear or droop onto the bolster if you're very close to the floor. If you don't fold that far at all, it's fine. Hang on here for about 5 minutes, but if you experience pain in any of the poses that we do, you can always come back out and just come back to that opening easy seated pose. If anything causes intense pain, a little bit of discomfort is fine, but you don't want to have to endure pain of any kind. And again, the spine is just drooping forward like a pine tree with too much snow on the top. And just turning your attention back to your breath. Noticing your inhale. Noticing your exhale. And scanning the body for sensations. See what's going on in the lower back, calves, the knees, the heels. Is there anything that you're holding on to that you can let go of to move deeper into the pose, maybe? Or maybe you need to back off. Listening to your body. Again, the longer you're in the pose, maybe you discover that you can melt a little farther forward. Breathing here. Take a deeper inhale and a deeper exhale. Slowly unfurling the spine, coming back up to neutral. Just take a moment here to feel the reverberation of that posture in the body. just going to make our way up and over. The knees. And then taking the knees out, the edge of the mat, hips to the heels, just finding your way to a child's pose. Resting here, surrendering. Or if you'd like to go a little bit deeper into the hips, try frog pose. So you're resting on the inside of the knees, down into the belly. It's only if you want a little more opening. You have a bolster, you could rest the bolster between the knees, rest the bolster on the body. So. And then again, just readjusting. Maybe feels good to open the knees a little bit wider. Chest to go. You can also put a block under the forehead. Just surrendering into the posture, listening to the breath. Scanning the body for sensation. The mind will wander away to plans for later, memories from earlier in the day. Just bring it back to the mat, back to the body, back to the posture. Again, you might find a deeper level of the pose. You can always readjust and find stillness again. And begin to deepen the breath, taking a deeper inhale, deeper exhale. Whether you're in frog or in child, just slide along the belly. Finding our way for our first back bend of the practice today, which is going to be either Sphinx, just the elbows and the shoulders, or Seal. Seal, hands are to the right and the left. You're opening up the heart, melting forward. For Sphinx, you can always do with a block underneath the forehead. And you can just relax the muscles of the neck. You don't have to worry about them as much. We'll be here for about 4 more minutes. So we'll be scanning the body for sensation, listening to the breath, and noticing what the posture does to the breath. And if you desire to go into the alternative posture halfway through, if you're in Sphinx and you'd rather be in Seal, you can always go back and forth between the two. And slowly deepening the breath, making a little pillow with the hands so that you can rest the forehead on the top knuckles. And just noticing the reverberation of that posture in the body. And find your way back up to hands and knees. A moment. We're going to take that left foot forward. Just finding our way up to a dragon lunge. It can be a high dragon where you have your hands on your left thigh. It can be a low dragon down here below. You can use blocks here if you like. Four hand rest. Maybe readjust that back knee. We'll be here for about 2.5 minutes and then we'll do the other side. Again, it can be high, it can be low. It's low until heel that foot out a little. If it's high, keeping that ankle under the knee. Either way. Slowly melting into the pose, scanning the body for sensation. Smooth it up. Knees are come down to the elbows. If you're open to it, if you're not yet open to it, listen to the body. Don't go there unless you're ready. We move into these postures without warming up in a traditional vinyasa sense. We kind of play with the taffy nature of the deep connected tissues. So maybe the sensations of the body, the point of contact with the mat, and everything else. What can you let go of? What do you need to hang on to retain the architecture of the pose? What don't you need? And you don't want to be feeling pain in these postures. If you do, gently back out. Just know what you're doing. A little bit of discomfort is fine. Finding tranquility and discomfort. It's fine. Again, we'll deepen the breath. Slowly come out of the posture. I'm just going to bring that foot, if it's not over there, more in line with the hip. Straighten the knee. Open the heart. And just fold forward. Lengthening the spine. Fold forward. And look up. We can come back to hands and knees for a moment. Shoot side to side a little bit. Bear posture. And then we're going to take that opposite leg forward, right leg forward, and do it on the other side. So again, it can be high, it can be low. If it's high, with that right ankle underneath the knee. You're melting forward. If it's low, you can walk out a little bit. Maybe having little blocks. Melting forward. What do you hang on to? You don't need to hang on to. We'll be here for about 2.5 minutes. I'm going to take half time and out the limit. You can put that into the elbows. You're open up to it, but listen to your body. If you're not open up to it in your hamstrings enough. Hanging out right here, medium ground. Find this to be. Finding your edge, not going past it. Surrendering. And scanning the breath, scanning the body for sensations. And again, if you start low, you just go, if you'd rather be high, you can be high. Or if you started high and you realize you'd rather be low, you can be low. discovering another level of the posture. And deepen the breath. Deeper inhale, deeper exhale. And walk. Coming up the hip with the foot. Launching the ball of the foot off the ground. Lengthening the leg. Not locking the knee. Bringing that left hip back over the left knee. And then melting forward. Half Manasana. And then coming back up. Stepping that knee back. Wiggling it out a little bit. Looking over your left. Over the right. Shifting side to side. And then we're just going to find our way to Virasana Hero's Pose. Just sitting back onto your heels. Have your blocks. Put the blocks between the calves. And go here. Or if you want to come back to saddle, you come back to saddle. If your knees come off the ground on your way back to saddle, you've gone too far. You have a lot of blankets. You stack bolster, some blankets back here. As you come back to saddle. Or you just hang out here. And Hero's Pose, support the Hero's Pose, you put the spine in perfect alignment. Wakens up the front of the feet. Relaxing the shoulders. Turning the attention within again. Towards your breath. Towards the sensations in the body. You get the mind to wander away. Just gently bring it back. Back to the sensations in the body. And awareness of the breath. Even in this posture, you might find another edge to it. Maybe you realize that you can release your shoulder. Maybe you can release your jaw. Relax your forehead. deepening the breath. Deeper inhale, deeper exhale. If you're in saddle, slowly coming up out of the posture. And regular heroes, one Jews. Slowly moving your blocks. Just go find our way onto our backs. Some inversions. Now, if you have a wall nearby, you can do legs up the wall. If you have a couch nearby, you can do legs up the couch. Legs of the couch. You can just scoot up to the edge of the couch. And put your lower legs on the couch. You can also have legs just up in the air. And we'll be here for about 5 minutes as well. So it's good to have a couch or a wall. If you're doing Viparita Karane, just legs up the wall. You want to scoot your sit bones to the wall. Your legs don't have to go straight. You can always have a strap around them. You can just relax into the strap. You can also play with the shoulder stand here if you want. Just using the wall to give you like a little assist to get the hips over the shoulders, one leg up at a time. You can even take it over and dismail. If you're in dismail today, maybe you just want to play with legs of the wall. Perfectly fine. If you have legs up the wall and your snail, sounds good. Maybe just half up to shoulder stand. Maybe your snail is more like a plow. That's fine. And legs at the wall, legs on the couch, it's all good. And again, just turning your awareness to your breath, focusing your inhale, noticing your exhale. Maybe something releases. Maybe it feels good to open the legs a little wider. Maybe the shoulders release down. Maybe the face lets go. Good to deepen the breath. Taking a deeper inhale. And a deeper exhale. Slowly rolling over to the left side, maybe. Just finding your way up and over. Right in the knees. Just shifting the hips to the heels, finding child's pose again. Then our next pose is going to be swan or pigeon. And you can just bring that right knee forward. I like to come up first, downward facing dog. Middle feet a little bit. That right leg high, bend the knee. Bend the knee forward. If this bothers the knee in any way, you can always take it on your back in figure four variation, or even with the wall in figure four variation. You can have your block under that right hip. The block around at the forehead, if you like. You can either do the back bend version where you're upright or melt into the ground. And if this bothers your knee, to know what your knee's saying, you could be on your back with the right ankle, with that left knee, or even using the wall again. Like that. You still want to be sure that that left leg is going straight back. And just beginning to melt to the ground. Hold a lot of emotions in our hips, seeing if you can release those emotions. Just staying present and aware as you scan the breath. Witness the sensations in the body. You might discover that if you melt deeper to the bones, you can always readjust your props. If you don't want to readjust, you don't have to readjust. And you discover you don't need the forehead block anymore. Maybe it just needs to be on a lower setting. again, beginning to deepen the breath. Taking deeper inhale. Deeper exhale. Slowly walking the hands over the shoulders, bringing it back to his under. Just trying to get it back to that down facing dog again. Rolling the feet. Left leg up, bending the knee. And get our left hip over the right hip. And we're going to bring the opposite leg forward. Again, you can take this at the wall or on your back in the figure four variation. You can use block or blanket under that left hip. We'll block underneath the forehead. Making sure that that back leg is going straight back. And melting forward. Staying present. Staying aware. And if you wanted to be upright, you could take another back bend. Even if you didn't do a back bend on the other side, you're welcome to do a back bend on this side. Maybe you discover another level in the pose where you don't need the props in the same way. You can melt deeper into the posture maybe. Noticing any emotions that come up. As you scan the body for sensations, as you witness the breath. Deepen the inhale, the exhale. Lifting the neck up. Walking the hands under the shoulders, going the back toes under. Belly the feet. And then slowly draw them to the ground. And then coming over to one side. We're just going to find our way onto our backs. There's some banana asana. Banana asana. Start out in Shavasana. We'll just scoot the hips a little bit over to the right. The feet over to the left. And take the arms over the head. And take the shoulders to the left. We're stretching the right side of the body a little bit. Just breathing here. center. And then take the hips to the left, feet to the right, arms above the head, and shoulders go to the right. We're just breathing into the left side of the body. And back to the center. Taking a mini Shavasana. Noticing the reverberation of those two banana asanas. We're just going to draw the knees into the body. Papanasana. Just rocking a little bit side to side. Giving the kidneys a little bit of a massage. And then shifting the hips to the right, we'll draw the knees to the left. Just that right arm into like a little goalpost on the right. Half a goalpost. Maybe giving yourself a little self-assist with that left hand on the right knee. Just taking a little reclining twist. Breathing here. Rolling hand back to the center. I'm going to shift the hips to the left, drop the knees to the right. Take a little half a goalpost with the left hand, left arm. Bring that left shoulder on the ground, giving yourself a little self-assist with the right hand. Bringing out the spine, the wet washcloth. There we go. Back to the center. Spine is long, straight. Knees back in. Maybe it's time finding a happy baby. So taking the first two fingers to the big toes. Knees drawn into the armpits. And keep the sacrum on the ground. Happy baby. And when your baby's happy, let him go. Your feet. Finding Shavasana. Do more of a pentacle Shavasana if you want, if you have the room. So maybe spreading the arms and the legs out a little wider. And just letting everything go. Absorbing the benefits of your practice. You stay here during Shavasana as long as you want. But if you have places to go, things to do, things to deepen the breath. Taking a deeper inhale, a deeper exhale. Again, you wiggle fingers and toes, wiggling ankles and wrists, dropping the head to the left, to the right. More slowly, draw the knees into the body. And just roll over to your favorite side. Hanging out in a seedling pose, pose of new beginnings. When you feel ready, maybe keeping the eyes closed for a moment longer. Finding our way back up to where we started. An easy seated pose, Sukhasana. Bring the palms of the hands together. Take a deep inhale. And then a deep exhale. Slowly opening the eyes. The light within me recognizes the light within you. Thanks for coming again, Stephen. And I'll be trying to teach this class every Monday at 3 o'clock. Have a great rest of your day.